How's it going, everybody? So this isn't a metal detecting video at all, but it was still kind of a treasure I found at this flea market the other day that I wanted to share and talk about, and that is this $10 longbow. I love archery and I collect bows, and this one looks really nice. It looks like it's made out of maple. I think it's a hardwood. I'm guessing it's maple. It came with a very sad old vintage set of wooden arrows that were all warped up, the fletchings flaking off. And this string looks like it's about ready to snap. This thing is so worn and old and yellowed. I took a few shots out in the yard when I brought it home, and I cringed every time I drew that bow back. I was like expecting that arrow to flop back at me. But this wrap isn't original. I just added this wrap on over the existing leather wrap. But it's definitely old. It's definitely nice quality. So naturally, for 10 bucks, it was a steal. But what really caught my interest was the brand, Firestone Olympian. The tire company? What are they doing producing longbows? So I dug in, I did a little research, I had to get to the bottom of this. So I was able to find a couple of other Firestone longbows for sale online. They didn't have much to say about the history or the origins. So in Googling the history of the Firestone company, I found that during World War II they were actually involved in the production of missiles, or maybe parts of missiles, I kind of skimmed. But afterwards went back to the production of tires. So I wasn't really seeing anything that jumped out at me, so I switched my focus over to the other part of the logo that reads Olympian. So I searched for Olympian in the world database of brands, and interestingly enough, I noted an active brand called Olympian from back in the day that was owned by Goodyear. And then when I looked back at the Firestone wiki, I noticed that both Goodyear and Firestone were actually unsuccessfully sued for trying to monopolize the tire industry, and also that a man named James A. Firestone actually sits on the board of directors today, who I imagine has to be related to the founder of Firestone Tire and Rubber, one Mr. Harvey S. Firestone. You know, given that Firestone's not a super common name, and who apparently used to kick it with Henry Ford in the Millionaires Club. Huh. Quite the conspiratorial web, if you ask me. Anyway, I didn't find much to go on. I didn't find any solid leads or anything that told me where this thing came from, but what I think ultimately happened was that there was a small company called Olympian that made longbows back in the 70s, I'm guessing. And Firestone probably paid them to slap their name on the line of bows. It was some sort of promotional marketing ploy that probably didn't last very long, fizzled out pretty quickly, and was just kind of a forgotten footnote in the history of bows. At any rate, it's a pretty sweet bow. It's definitely a nice quality bow, and I really can't wait to get a new string on this thing and go shoot it. So, $10 treasure right here. I would have paid a lot more for this.